What's up, everybody? This is Collector's Dream. I know it's been a while. This isn't going to be a review. Fortunately, this is going to be a video. I want to show everybody how not to get scammed on eBay. So for all those who know me, I usually do cars, and I do have some few new additions, not too many. I've been dealing with eBay for the last couple of whiles, and it's got something to do with these figures. Now I do have other figures in stock as well, which I wanted to show everybody. So obviously you saw the first Wolverine, then there's my usual table where where I do all of my videos from. I have a couple other Wolverines, a couple of busts, one of the original Batman, one of the first ever plastic PVC, I guess the way you call yourself, Batmans as well. But this is not the video that I want to do, so let's get back into it. Alright, so let's get straight into it. So the reason I'm doing this video in the first place was back in November. I purchased the Wolverine from Sideshow for $350, and one of my mates, he really liked it, and so he decided to go and look for an eBay. And he saw this one for a really cheap price on an auction, and he bought the auction for $80 and free postage. And he was so excited, he sent me the message, except for the item never arrived. So I started looking into it as well, and there were a lot of different listings, a lot of different sellers selling it on eBay, like a scam artist. So I'm doing this video. Now I couldn't find, now the ones that I had one that had been removed. So the listings has been removed, so the item isn't available, even though it was less than a month ago. But yeah, so for the purpose to educate you of this, I will do it on simple, just on one figure. So I typed in Blade Hot Figures, and it comes up with listings. Now this is a rare toy, and it's worth quite a few dollars. So as you see, there's not that many available. There's only like 4 at the moment listings. There's one somewhere down for $700, but we have one for $1,100, one on auction, and one for $1,100. So we click on the one on the auction because we want to get things cheaper. And so this is the listing we have. Everything looks nice. It's got a lot of photos, so obviously we'll like that. But this is your first catch. All the photos are poster photos. Okay? Poster photos doesn't actually show you the item, it only shows you, well, the poster for the item. And for this purpose, and the seller, the reason I'm doing this video, because like I said, I haven't seen any scammers on Hot Toys. I haven't been checking any other products. But yes, this scammer appeared a couple of days ago. And the reason I know this is because this item sold yesterday, 24th of January, and it's by the same seller. It's got the same description of Hot Toys, so it's got the same poster photos. Yep. Alright, so let's go back to the original listing, to the one that's still going, 305. So I'm watching it at the moment. With the ones that my friend kind of caught, and the ones that I found all had poster photos as well. So I would message them asking if could I see the actual figure, could I see a photo of the actual figure, whether it be in box or not, so I know that you actually have it instead of just a poster photo. And I would also throw in a question as to how much the postage would be to my house with the tracking number, just so they don't think I'm trying to drive them through, trying to figure out if they're a scam or not. Then what I do is I go and click on their profile. So this is his profile. This is a very new profile because it only opened up on 24th of December last year. Now with this one that I found, that I showed you, this is missing, and this is, so like I said, in November, December, when I was looking through, I found maybe I think of either 7 or 8 different sellers that were scamming. This is one of them. And so I write to him. So I asked him a question. He never got back to me. Then he released the item. So he had many Hot Toys available. So I asked him, still waiting on the photo. Also, do you do combined shipping? He wrote to me, dear customer, this picture I get from my supplier. I just do drop ships. I will combine postage from multiple orders ASAP. Now this was back in November, end time the 4th of November. Now if I click on this, we get the icon that the item listing has been removed, which is really weird though. So I have to go back into wait, what was his name? His name was Quarksia. So if you guys see this name, obviously don't buy it. Quokkaser. So I clicked on the name. He's got 8 positive feedback, all positive. And here we have a look at it. So the listing that was removed and others hot, because obviously I just said combined, are no longer here. And this is really strange because he's from Malaysia as well. The other, I can't say that all of them are from Malaysia. Just happens to be that these 2 profiles, that one who's scamming at the moment is from Malaysia, and the one that's the scam during November-December period is from Malaysia as well. This one's from 11 to October 2013. The other thing is, you notice is that as a feedback as a seller, he sells family house stickers, cheap products, I guess you can say. Some, what is it? An iPhone battery charger cover. So $20, $3, $14, $7. It's cheap items. These are all within the last period of 6 months. So all of the Hot Toys and action figures that he sold during the November-December period haven't been come up yet, or well, I don't think they will be come up. I think all of them got removed. So let's get so that's the other thing you have to look at. And what I recommend is have a look at what he used to sell. So this says during the past 6 months, obviously within the year. So you can have a look at the items and it tells you the price. So if the seller sells battery chargers and little stickers, and then moves from that to collectible action figures that are valued over $400, there should be a little bit what's it called? There should be a little bit of rings in the brain suggesting that there might be something going on different here. So let's go back to the current one. So he's got 4 positive. He's got 4 feedback in total. Let's go all feedback. The first 2, unfortunately, he was the buyer, and we can't see what he bought. We can only see it from the sellers. The next one, and this is the second kind of little thing where you look at it as, and you know that this is almost a scam straight away, is so he gets a positive feedback. Let's read it. Bestseller, great communication, very willing to help, buy from this seller. So this buyer, always something T130 with 131, is encouraging you to buy from the seller. He bought a 1 to 5 scale radio control car. And I'll tell you why I have to look at it. Alright, so this is, and that's what I'm saying, it doesn't have to be collectible figures, it can be anything that's expensive. This collectible control car sold for $260. Others that he has at the moment are roughly around $300 price. Let's have a look when it finished. 24th of January at 5:29, so at 5:30 it finished. You wouldn't think that after 5:30 you'd be able to get it the same day. So now we are on Alusha. Now this, for some reason, eBay on the computer doesn't do this. So I'm showing you this on the iPhone, and this is really actually better. I think eBay should do it. It doesn't tell you the date of the so the eBay on the computer doesn't tell you the date of the feedback written. So this is January 25th. So this is written today. So and this is the negative feedback. We'll get to it, but I want you to show you the 1 to 5 radio control car, bestseller, great communication. That was January 24th. Do you see that? So he got the positive feedback from the buyer on the same day that he sold it. Even though we know that he sold it at 5:30 p.m. the auction ended. It could be a coincidence, but most likely not. Not in this case. The other thing is that you have a look at is that most of the items that he'll be selling will be in line with the same, I guess, value, or in the same category. So as you can see, he's got either radio control cars or figures. And the other thing is that they'll be ending roughly within the same period of time, unlike a shop where it ends in different times. So we have 12, 12, 14, 14, and I think all of this is 14 as well. And the same. So he let's just say he had probably double this. So he might have had 16 listings for this scam. And for this scam, the other 16 listings would have involved maybe 3 more or 4 more cars, and the rest were figures again. And you can see these aren't expensive. Like a $152 car, a $300 car. We have a $200 Hot Toy, which is going to go up. 120, it's going to go up. 102, it's going to go up. 300 already, it might go a little bit up. 150 and 280. So yeah, so let's just go to click onto any of them, as you can see. So they look very professional. It looks very legit. but it's a scam, and unfortunately, it's a good one. I mean, and the reason why you should be aware of them is because these scams are designed to steal your identity, and obviously it gives them maybe a month to circulate with all the money that they gather around through all of their sales. So we're talking about probably a couple of, maybe like, not a couple more, but roughly $10,000. If he's got 8 sellings at the moment, and he sold 8 yesterday with an average price of, what, $300, well, you see yourself the picture. Yeah, plus the $40 postage and handling as well. Like what I said, like, you obviously gonna get your money back later on after the PayPal, or you won't. Some of them actually say that they give you a false tracking ID. I remember, like, with the ones that I can't find now. I think the actual accounts have been deleted, but there were some were saying like the item never arrived. It was a false tracking ID. So it's a headache and all this. So you have to watch out for it. So I guess what my guidelines are is, when you want to buy something and you're not sure if it's the real thing or if it's a scam, have a look at the profile. Have a look at the profile of the seller. Have a look at what he sold before. Have a look at what he's selling at the moment. Read the feedback. The feedback is always very good. Don't read I mean, like, everybody usually just like, hope to deal with you again, thank you. Those are fun. Read the other ones. Read the ones that are a little bit more specific. Oh, the seller wasn't quite fast enough, or communication wasn't great. I mean, there are all these things which kind of give you little hints towards the seller's true outcome. And once you read all that, send him a message. Ask to see a photo. Ask him if he does combined shipping. I completely forgot actually with this one. I did ask him to send me a photo. This is the other thing, so he did, which is really rare for them to send a photo. But again, well, like I said before, during November-December period, I sent out requests for roughly, what, 7 or 8 or 6, I don't know how many, like, to a lot of scammers, and only one of them replied to me on my second message. So this guy replied to me on my first message, and he writes, "Dear customer, I attach a photo where I took at my local supplier store. Due to regular terms and privacy, I can't snap any photos for wholesale or any purpose at my local supplier store. I'm only waiting for sold and clear payments for the item to be paid at the supplier so I can ship the item." I'm like, alright. So you think a supplier store would look like a supplier store, not a retail storefront. The word action written on top of it. And people browsing around, looking at kind of looking like customers, not other suppliers. I can go to my local shopping center and take photos like this as well. With another item, ask him questions which make him contact with you, and see how long that takes. Because he doesn't want to contact with you if he doesn't reply back to your first message. Because like in some cases, like in most of the cases that I did, not in some of them, I think like I said, either 7 or 8, there was a large number of scammers that I found, and only one of them on my second message replied back to me saying that yes, he does combined shipping, and no, he doesn't have any other photos apart from the standard photos of the ones of these ones, of the poster photos that I call. So yeah, so ask him questions, see if they are communicating, because the ones that weren't communicating, they were very obviously clear that they were fake. Have a look at what they were selling before, if it matches what they're selling at the moment. Hopefully you didn't get caught, or hopefully, I mean, not caught, hopefully you didn't get scammed by these artists as well, because in the case of my friend, he's afraid that he's afraid that his identity is stolen for the time being. He's afraid that he's going to go somewhere and travel, and they're going to look at his name and type it in, and be like, oh, you owe us so much money because you took out a credit card here. Remember, your name, your postal address, your telephone number, your email address, and your phone number are all given through PayPal to the seller so that he can send off the goods. So if he types in Google and you have Facebook or other social networks, he's got a photo of you as well. So he's got a lot of your information, enough to steal your identity. Thanks for watching. I hope this was informative towards you, and please write a comment if you ever been dealt with a scammer, or if you have your own way of finding out the scammers from the genuine sellers. And like and subscribe. Thank you.